What's up everybody, BG Wizard back for another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Dragonflight date announced trailer by World of Warcraft. Yes, Dragonflight's release date has been announced, and we're going to take a look at not only the trailer, but I'm going to give a reaction to what I think about this release date. Does the timing make sense? How does it relate to Wrath of the Lich King Classic? And then also the current PvP seasons, what I hope to see them do, whether there's an off season between the during the pre-patch up to the start of season 1 for Dragonflight. So I think there's some things that I really want to discuss here. And so first, let's start the video by watching the announced date trailer. So on 11/28/22, November 28th, 2022.
The Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the Dragonflights home. The future will unfold as it was meant to.
I mean, the zones look alright.
To what is yet to come. Events are unfolding that imperil us all.
Okay.
The threat is greater than you know, young.
So far, all we've seen is dragon flying and basically pictures of their zones.
We must join forces and strike now. You balance upon the
I should have made that 1060 or 1080p.
All that matters is this moment.
Alright. So, cool. I mean, okay, so here's where I stand, everybody. Here's where I stand. I am a rated Battleground player, okay? I have been sitting here watching the queues die off, watching the LFG become more scarce and scarce since players started going to Wrath of the Lich King, or since the season just started. Maybe the season started getting a little dead, and people were like, you know what, I'm going to wait till the next expansion. So whether it's they're quitting and waiting for the next expansion, or whether they're now going to go play Wrath. What happens is, whenever a classic releases something, especially something as big as Wrath, the player base that's in Dragonflight, now like most of them are going to go to Wrath. Okay? So that's, you know what? I sat in LFG, in RBG LFG for like an hour, got a pretty shitty group because there's not much to pick from. You lose a couple games, everybody leaves after one, and then you're back in LFG for an hour, and it's just getting worse and worse. So yeah, I switched and I went over to Wrath of the Lich King. Now, when Wrath of the Lich King came out, then this peaked, obviously, for retail WoW. So right now, like, we are in the first week, as I'm talking here, we're in the first week of Wrath. So everybody's on Wrath right now. It's the place to go. Cool. So now, here's my thing. It's like, okay, it's almost like a full-time job to manage a character in Wrath. Like, I gotta go level. I gotta go get the stuff. You know, I'm not feeling, this time around, I'm not worried about pre-raid BIS. I'm not gonna do a guild. I'm just gonna level up. I'm gonna play however I can, enjoy some of the PvP. But even still, with a semi-casual attitude, I'm still feeling like, oh my god, like, I can't keep up. This is so much time to level, like, oh my god. And then, bang! Dragonflight Season 1. So now, it's like, do I even level? Do I even level this Wrath character? Because I know in 60 days I'm going to be in Season 1 of Dragonflight. Right? So, I'm going to be playing RBG's Season 1 of Dragonflight. That's going to be my big thing that I like to do, and that obviously my content, my channel is mainly RBGs. But it sucks because it's like, okay, I was just about to commit to Wrath. I've already wasted 3 days. I'm in queue right now. Look, if we close this video, I'm in queue. I'm in queue. So, like, do I even continue to do this? Because in 2 months, it's going to be irrelevant. You know, not irrelevant. I'll still have my character, but, like, it's so quick. It's like, you know, it's like I'm barely going to have time to experience Wrath. And then I'm going to have to be pulled in another direction and have to go grind more levels and more stuff, and I'm just gonna have to go grind Dragonflight, which cool, I want it to come out. I want retail to be bumping again. But man, like, it's just, this happened in BFA too. Now I'm gonna talk about the off season and the wait in between. So in BFA, there was a season like exactly like this. I remember it. There was like hour-long RBG queues. It was completely dead in Battle for Azeroth. Completely dead. And what they did is they had a dead season, and then they ended it, and then they did it like a month-long off season. So the game just died. It died the hell out. No management of it whatsoever. It was just, we are going to let this die. It's an off season. I really hope they don't do that again. Because if they do a pre-patch, like let's say they do it a month before November 28th. So if they do like, I don't know, November 1st or October 28th or whatever. If they do a pre-patch in 1 month and then have a month of nothingness, it's like, what are we doing? Everybody's on Wrath right now. So now you're forcing people to either, okay, I want Hero of the Horde or I want Gladiator. Do I play Wrath? Or do I now just rush and try and rush this last little stretch into retail in the dead game, by the way, where you can't find partners? Do I now sit in that LFG, try and find partners to get my Hero and Glad before this month? And then during that month of an off season for the pre-patch, so like basically the next, so this month I think I'm playing Wrath, but then at the end of October, if pre-patch is coming out, do you try the pre-patch? Do you play the off season? Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm being pulled in 2 different directions, and I don't know where to put my time. Like, where do I put it's a time investment. How can I commit to Wrath now when this is coming out? But anyways, I just think that if the end of the season's in a month, right? I actually haven't read where the end of the season is, so maybe it's not a month. But I just hope they don't force, because that's going to force people to feel like they have to get their Hero or Glads right now. And I hope they don't do that and then go into a month off season, because the game is already dead. And then you're just going to make the game even more dead. So anybody that's not a retail player is just going to be super, super depressed, or feel like the game is going to feel like that. It just makes you depressed. Like, it's depressing feeling is a better way to say it. When there's nobody to play with and you just get lesser teammates and then you end up losing, or you just can't find games at all. And then that off season is meaningless, right? Because it's not actually a real season. So there's no real point in playing that. It's just a month of dead time. So what do you do in that time? You play Wrath? Like, I just feel like this is so rushed. I feel like my attention is being pulled in 2 different directions. I want to experience Wrath, but now I'm questioning the time investment towards it, because I know I want to play Dragonflight Season 1. And I also don't want retail to die, and it's like they're like just letting it. I just feel like it's just being let die, especially if they do that month-long off-season thing again. I mean, that's painful for the retail players. It's like, okay, everybody go play Wrath. Okay, now everybody come here and play Dragonflight. And it's like, oh, I didn't even have time to do one of them. Now you want me to do the other one? I just feel like that's how I feel. I think I've said my points. I really am excited for Shadowlands Season 1 Rated Battlegrounds. I do want Dragonflight to come out sooner rather than later, so I am happy about the release date. But I just can't believe how close it is to Wrath's release date. They literally just got Wrath out this week. They got Wrath out this week and then announced their next thing. And so, like, you're like literally like, yes, all my time here. Wait, that now? you know? And I don't know how I feel about this. I think the release date was a little soon, or at least the announcement for it soon, and I also think the date is soon. Um, Anyways, that's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.